if you think that Zionism as a belief structure is wrong, I don't necessarily think that you're a bigot. There can be bigoted anti-Zionism, but Zionism was a political movement. It is still a political movement. So anti-Zionism is political as well. And political speech has to be protected in a democracy, whether you find it loathsome or not. It's really difficult to rank to rank hatred. And I think that to some Jewish students on university campuses, they would certainly say that their discomfort um, is rises primarily or actually solely from the anti-Israel left. Now, I am careful here because I believe that we need to separate political speech, even if it's political speech that you find loathsome, from bigotry. So, look, if you hate the existence of Israel, if you think that Zionism as a belief structure is wrong, I don't necessarily think that you're a bigot. There can be bigoted anti-Zionism, but Zionism was a political movement. It is still a political movement. So anti-Zionism is political as well. And political speech has to be protected in a democracy, whether you find it loathsome or not. So unlike, say, Jonathan Greenblatt, the head of the Anti-Defamation League, I would never say that all anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. I just would not say that. And in Los Angeles, where you are right now, Jonathan Jacoby is a wonderful guy. He runs a project called out of Los Angeles. Is trying to find a definition of anti-Semitism that allows for political debate. And I fear that so much of the conversation right now is suppressing any kind of political debate over what Israel is doing, what Israel represents, and I don't think we can be that repressive on politics.
But do you see that changing? I think there's been almost like it feels like it's changed in the last 2 weeks or so. Like a sea change in how people are viewed. There's that vote in the Senate, which failed,
Mhm.
but many Democrats in the Senate voted to restrict weapons sales to.
More than half, and that number keeps creeping up. And I absolutely do believe that the starvation that is happening in Gaza right now is a sea change moment. It's a moment that I've been thinking about for decades. When does Israel become a partisan issue? And I'll tell you, this actually, if I needed to put that at somebody's feet, I would put it at Benjamin Netanyahu's feet, because when Netanyahu overtly came out against Barack Obama, who overtly backed Mitt Romney, and went around Obama's back to speak to Congress with the invitation of John Boehner. At that time, people said you can't make support for Israel a partisan issue. It is very bad for Israel. And Netanyahu knew it, and he was warned, and he just went ahead and did it. And now we're here.
Come back, the rest of you, next week when Ron Brownstein and Larry Mantle will be here to talk about politics in the age of convulsion. And I'll see you the week after that. So bye for now.